You might not want them to have an IEP where they could be taken out of the general education classroom or had time taken away for therapies that they don't necessarily need.
Whoa! Did you know that half of the people who watch our videos don't subscribe to our channel? Isn't that crazy? If that's you, hit the subscribe button right now so that you don't miss a minute of the content that we post. Did you do it? I trust you. All right, let's get back to the video right now.
I think for so many kids, going to school feels like this, welcome to school, please take a label, at risk, special needs, gifted, honors. And I think, as Adrian said extremely well, there are no perfect brains. When we begin an assessment, the first thing I say to a child is, do you think your mom has a perfect brain? Do you think your dad has a perfect brain? I get a lot of dirty looks from parents, but the point is that nobody does. And that we know that our brains, that we all have strengths and challenges, and that there's a wide range of normal variation in brain development, which is wonderful because we're not all wired to do the same thing in life, and some kids have brains that are wired to be special, to have specialized areas of expertise. And I'm forever encountering people who are making a living very well doing things that I never heard of before because they followed their passions. This reminds me when I was talking to a parent about 5 years ago, and they said, well, could you explain to me so I can talk to my kid about how you look at your work? And I said, athletes understand the way I think about brains better than anybody. You can be a world-class tennis player, and that doesn't mean all your strokes are world-class. She said, Rafael Nadal is number one in the world. And if you speak to other tennis players, they'll tell you that his backhand is not his strongest shot. In fact, he will avoid hitting a backhand if he can. He'll run around a shot. She said, I don't know if this is true. She said, I think he hits 80% fewer backhands than the opposition. But if you said to him, you have a backhand disability, Rafa, and you better keep pounding away at your backhand, which is what we often do with kids, that wouldn't be helpful to him. He has to have a serviceable backhand, but he has to have, which he has, I guess, a world-class serve and a world-class rest of his game.
A 504 plan, I'll talk about that first, is basically a written list of accommodations that a student has for a disability. So accommodations are things that don't change the content of what a child is doing, but they reduce a barrier to a child's learning. So for example, being able to sit in front of the classroom might allow a child who struggles with attention to kind of pay better attention. Being able to take breaks might regulate a child's attention or hyperactivity. Having a second set of textbooks might help a child who struggles with that executive functioning and that organization not have to be penalized for the fact that it's really hard for them to keep track of their things. So those are examples of accommodations. A 504 is not a special education plan. It doesn't usually give kids services. So that would be like special teaching from a special education teacher or sessions with an occupational therapist. Those are considered services, and those are things that come with an IEP, but not a 504. Some more examples of accommodations for students with ADHD that would be on a 504 might be extra time, fidget tools, shortened assignments or homework, a behavior support plan, extra communication between home and school, some kind of system for that, timers for students to help keep track of their independent work time, maybe rewards for staying on task. Some students have a special desk or seat. And a lot of students have testing accommodations, like having a reader or a scribe or taking tests in a separate setting than the general classroom.
Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter. The information of how to sign up is in the description of this video. Also, visit our website at smartcourse.io, where you can sign up for our ADHD Membership Plus plan, where you will get access to countless masterclasses like the clips that you just saw. If you liked this video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, share so that we can get our message out to as many people as possible and continue to make content like this. Also, please check out our Patreon. It's a great way to support us in making this kind of content. If all of our subscribers gave $1, we would be able to make so much more content and reach so many more people. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. We appreciate you, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.